Hello once again, MikMik here, and today we're going to review the Bandai Ultra Monster series, Red King. What the? Another brownout? Oh well, I'll be back. I'm just gonna fix my house generator for a bit. Oh well, I'll be back for the review. What the heck is with these brownouts? What the hell did I just walk into? First, I got a blackout in my house. Now I got this cool figure? Well, looks like I don't need to review this figure anymore. And I think it's a pleasure to say that I don't need this figure anymore. Well, time to throw it away. Well, that's over with. Time to review this figure. MechaGodzilla, the robot doppelganger of Godzilla. This version of MechaGodzilla appeared in the movie Godzilla vs. Kong. In the movie, MechaGodzilla is built by an evil company, Apex Cybernetics. Their plans with MechaGodzilla is basically to use MechaGodzilla to kill all of the titans in the Earth, to make sure that humans are once again the apex species of planet Earth. But due to the same shenanigans that I mentioned in the Bandai MechaGodzilla video, MechaGodzilla got destroyed by Godzilla and Kong and also by Black Alex Jones. But is this ShMonsterarts figure of MechaGodzilla better than the Bandai Vinyl and Playmates figure? Well, let's take a look and let's see if this figure is a worthy addition to your collection. Sculpt and Detail. ShMonsterarts is well known for their extreme sculpt and detail, but since this figure is a bootleg, some of the sculpt and detail might be different or badly affected. Like for example, in this area of my copy of MechaGodzilla, it looks like the plastic somehow got melted in the backside of the bottom layer of the dorsal plates. Another flaw that I noticed with my copy, his arms were placed in the wrong area. Yeah, a similar problem that happened with my Godzilla figure. But at least, unlike Godzilla, MechaGodzilla had both of his arms, so I can just use some hot water just to switch the arms in the right place. But in the bright side, MechaGodzilla has a lot of surface detail. Like for example, the pistons, the panel lines, and the screws, and many more. That's what I really like about this figure. It looks like Bandai just took the CGI model from the movie and made it into an actual figure. But you might ask, how is the paint for this figure? Well, don't be fooled. This red you see in the footage was just added there. Yeah, unfortunately, the ShMonsterarts MechaGodzilla faces the common problem with other MechaGodzilla figures. There's barely any red paint in the figure. And honestly, I really don't get that. It's literally shown in the movie that MechaGodzilla, when activated, glows red in his entire body, basically something similar to Shin Godzilla. But in both figures, the bootleg and the official ShMonsterarts figure, both of them only had red paint in the eyes and in the dorsal plates. And that's basically just it. But if you want to paint your MechaGodzilla, I suggest using a metallic red Gundam marker. Articulation. For MechaGodzilla, it's extremely good in my opinion, and that's surprising to say coming from a bootleg figure like this. But let me show you what I mean. The jaw is on a simple hinge joint to make the jaw go up and down. The head itself is on a ball joint, and the neck is also on a ball joint. There's a ball joint in the arm to make the figure's arm move forward and back, and there's a swivel in the arm itself to make the arm turn up and down. And there's also a little flap here to make the arm move more. And there's a hinge to make the arm go up and down, a swivel hinge for the arm itself, and a ball joint for the claw. And by some odd reason, MechaGodzilla has no waist swivel. A swivel hinge to make the legs go up and down and go in and out, a swivel in the thigh, and a hinge to make the leg bend. And for MechaGodzilla's foot, it's in a set of hinges that make the foot go up and down and left and right. And for MechaGodzilla's tail, it has a lot of ball joints, so this tail is pretty posable for what it is, and plus it's solid. With MechaGodzilla's articulation, you can make MechaGodzilla do a wide range of poses. Unlike with other GVK bootlegs, MechaGodzilla's joints are actually pretty reasonably tight, so MechaGodzilla can hold his poses on his own. Unfortunately, MechaGodzilla follows a common problem that ShMonsterarts figures have nowadays. That problem being lack of accessories, and both bootleg and official versions of this figure unfortunately follow this trend. But what does the figure come with? Well, not really that much. MechaGodzilla comes with a different pairs of claws. With the official version of this figure, the claws were originally designed to be switchable for different types of hand displays. But with the bootleg version of this figure, they decided to glue the fingers in, resulting the gimmick not working because, you know, the fingers are fucking glued in. So I recommend, if you want to do the gimmick with this bootleg figure, get some hot water, melt the glue off, and try your best to do the gimmick. And that's pretty much it. No missiles, no atomic energy attack effects, and not even a fucking proton scream. MechaGodzilla is roughly around 7 inches tall, making this figure unreasonably very tall compared to Godzilla. And to prove to you that the scaling is really off, here's Godzilla's height. And here's MechaGodzilla's height in the movie. You see what I mean? There's barely any difference with the height of these two kaiju, and yet MechaGodzilla, in his figure form, is very taller compared to Godzilla. A simple solution for this problem is just make Godzilla and Kong more bigger to scale well with MechaGodzilla. Oh wait! Isn't that why the Hea figures exist? Anyways, here's the size comparisons for MechaGodzilla with my other kaiju figures. Honestly, this figure is pretty good for a bootleg, but unfortunately, there's some problems holding it back. Like for example, the molding defects, the lack of accessories, and the lack of fucking red paint. But personally for me, I didn't mind these problems because at the end of the day, this figure was only 20 bucks, and not gonna lie, the official figure already had some of these problems before the bootleg was even made, and yet that one is $100. But is this bootleg a more cheaper and more better alternative? In my opinion, yes, if you can't afford the official one, and if you don't want to buy the Playmates or Bandai figure, the ShMonsterarts bootleg is really the best choice out there for a cheap MechaGodzilla figure. But keep in mind, since it's a bootleg figure, the problems might differ with your copy. Or you can just wait for the upcoming MechaGodzilla figure. Well, that's all folks. If you want to see more reviews and more videos from me, please like and subscribe, and see you guys next time!
Happen with a crazy rap skill. Get ready to rumble. Now be the time, if you ain't know, now you know. Good luck, fellas. Do the impossible, see the invisible. Row, row, fight the power. Hush the untouchable, break the unbreakable. Row, row, fight the power. What you wanna do is what you wanna do. Just break the rule, then you see the truth. You see the truth, cheat, baby. Row, row, fight the power. Second verse dedicates to the real peeps. What we gotta say is so real thing, cause revolution ain't never gonna televise. Kicking a map, whoa, microphone phenotype, opening third eyes.